Good morning. I'm outside here at the pool. It's a little low. It's supposed to be right in the middle of the diamonds. That's how I know the pool water is low. And we were in the pool yesterday getting kind of rowdy, and we splashed a lot of water out of it. So I knew this morning, we had a nice rain this morning, but I knew I was going to have to get up and situate everything, clean the filter and stuff out, check the chemicals because of the rain and stuff this morning, top it off, get that level up where it's supposed to be, and that's what I'm working on this morning. I'm going to go over here and give the neighbor her leash back from that random dog that came by yesterday. By the way, her name is Trixie, so we ended up finding her owner on Facebook. Somebody at the hospital seen Grandma's post and said, I know the owner of that dog, he's out of town hunting right now. And that is a Brittany Spaniel. And I am gonna say hello. This one, this little girl, little baby. Well, the neighbor dog mama came out. She was asking, what happened with the dog that came over, Trixie? Did you end up finding anything else? Oh yeah. Repeat the same stuff I just said to you guys all over again. Anyway, let's do the Pledge of Allegiance real quick. The Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Now, there are some specific questions that are asked on this channel over and over again that people just simply do not do any research at all. People don't go to the comment section to actually look and see what the other comments were and how they've been responded to. And then when I tell them, hey, there is a comment section for a reason, a lot of times this has been covered already. If you just take a moment to go to the comments and just do a little research, then you can find the answer to your question, because typically somebody else, if it's a good question or a question that, you know, maybe I skipped out on or something like that and I've answered in the comment section, somebody's going to ask that question and I'm going to answer it. Well, I typically get the response, who goes to the comment section to research things that you should have covered in the video? Well, then you don't deserve the answer to the question because you're that damn lazy to do it. That's my thought on it. And I think you guys would agree too. You know, it's common courtesy. Somebody's putting out a video teaching you something, giving you something that you don't have to pay for other than just your time to entertain you. Typically earlier in the morning or late in the evening when you don't have anything to do anyway. And you're being a lazy fuck. We all know I'm that way in the morning and the evening anyway, except this morning I'm out actually working, making videos to educate you guys if you don't already know stuff. One of the most common questions that's asked to me is, how come you said that, you know, 2011 and up, or 2000 whatever and up, F-150s or Fords in general, this is the battery monitor reset. And I could have a specific date right in the title of the video that drew people there. It says 2015 and up or 2011 and up, and people will say, well, my 2006 isn't doing that. Whatever, you're so wrong. You're just lying to people for attention or something. And I ask these people, I don't think you should be working on anything because you can't even read. Look at the title. It says 2000 this and up and 2000 that and up. And then the message in the video, the very first minute of the video, typically says this doesn't apply to vehicles. If you look at the battery, the negative terminal, and you don't see a connector attached to it and just a regular battery terminal, this doesn't apply to you. What do people say? Well, I have a 2013 or I have a 2015, and when I actually go to do it, it doesn't work. The battery monitor reset doesn't work. That's because you don't have the connector on the negative terminal. Certain options with trim packages got a battery monitor reset because, or a battery monitor system, because of the extra features that it has on the vehicle. The system has to know how it's operating because the extra features are added to the vehicle. And it was typically about 2015 when this system came about. You're not going to have it on specific models. You're not going to have a battery monitor reset. Look at the negative cable and see if there's a connector that you can unconnect. It's usually a plastic little box that goes under the terminal. It's molded into it, and there's a connector that connects to it, and you can disconnect that connector. That's the battery monitor sensor. Oh, yeah, I don't have that. It doesn't apply to you then. You don't have a battery monitor system like we're talking about that can be reset. Now sometimes you can look at the negative terminal and there will be about 12 inches down somewhere, there will be a plastic loop with a connector. That just monitors the state of charge. That's actually not a battery monitor system. That just monitors the state of charge. That's not the same thing. You have to look at the negative terminal and make sure there's a connector that can connect into a plastic housing that's molded into the negative frickin' terminal. It's plain, simple. And what did I do? Put out another video talking about if you don't want to go through the flash the bright 5 times, hit the pedal 3 times, shut the key off, turn the key back on, and then watch the battery monitor flash, you can simply just install the battery, let the vehicle sit for 8 hours untouched, and it knows that you have changed the battery because it can detect a state of charge difference, and it resets on its own after it's been stable for 8 hours untouched. You don't even have to go through the 5 flash the brights 5 times, hit the brake 3 times, turn the key off, turn the key back on. You could just let it sit there for 8 hours untouched. Nobody opening the doors, nobody doing anything with the key fob. Install the battery, lock the door, walk away 8 hours, come back. Battery monitor's already reset on its own. Not that difficult. But I'll get 1,000 questions of people calling me names and saying stupid stuff, or Jim Bob that's like 60 years old and thinks he's entitled to everything in life, that wants to say whatever he wants and be super threatening and call people names. And I'm like, bro, show up, man, because I'll work your old ass just as quick as you said something. It's different, man. It's different. I do this stuff to help people. I do this stuff to educate people. And typically in the message, everything's answered. People just don't listen. They're too much. People in general are just so impatient in life. You know, you got somebody, it's like looking a gift horse in the mouth. Can I have more? Can you say this faster? Can you get this out quicker? I just don't know. I want this right now, like right this second. Why'd you have to go through that whole video explaining everything about it? Why couldn't you just specifically say, Jim Bob, this is for you and your 2016 F-150, and this is how you do it, and I'm going to teach you right now, right this second. It doesn't work that way. These videos don't work that way. We have to put videos out to a certain length to get into a certain audience crowd for it to be directed towards a specific crowd. So YouTube and Google can see that this video is like 10 minutes long or 12 minutes long. This tailors to a certain crowd. This makes us the most ad revenue. This does the best. There's a whole process to what we do. And I typically try to keep my videos around 5 or 6 minutes for you guys so I can give you guys what you want and I neglect myself. I could make every one of my videos 10 to 15 minutes long and I can start pushing myself towards that crowd where I actually make more money on the channel. I get into a different monetization category. I could start going 20 and 30 minutes and then eventually my crowd would get used to that and they'd pick times where they can watch the video all the way through. But I don't do that to you guys. So be appreciative of what you get and quit, you're talking too much. Fuck you, you know? It's what it comes down to. Go watch somebody else that you won't get the answer to then. Go be unappreciative to somebody else. And then we got, you know, the people that have the electronic parking brake. The little switch on the dash or the center console somewhere. I'll teach those people how to put the thing in brake maintenance mode. And then I have another specific video as of 2020 and above that specifically states this step is different from 2020 and above. Check this video out. Always go to the library and see if there's some other update for your particular model, 2020 and above. What the hell was that? Oh, a piece of bark fell off the tree, up this maple tree. This specifically states 2020 and above has a different procedure for putting it in park brake maintenance mode so you can actually do the rear brakes of your vehicle and not screw the vehicle up. People don't watch that. They don't go look. They call you names and everything else. And then the Ford Escapes are completely different than all the other vehicles from 2020 and above. They have a completely different procedure. 2020 and above is one way. And then you got the Ford Escape 2020 and above that they made completely different than all the other 2020s. And there's a list that's listed exactly step by step on what to do. People don't look. They want that instant gratification of tell me right this second. And if I can't, you know what? Maybe you deserve your brakes to be fucked up then because you're that impatient, even though you're looking a gift horse in the mouth. I reached out to Anthony, Bearded Ford Tech, and I asked him to print off the stuff from PTS just like I had. And then he said, man, it's the same all the way through. The way you were explaining to people to put it in park brake maintenance mode is exactly the way PTS says to do it. I thought there were some discrepancies with specific models, like he said 2015 and up you could get brake master cylinder assemblies that were all electronic, And even when you did the front brakes, you would have to put it in maintenance mode. But the majority of all of them from 2015 and up with an electronic parking brake were all regular type master cylinder setups. They weren't all electronic pedal by fuel type setups. So, I mean, it is what it is. People are going to complain no matter what. You can't make everybody happy, and people are not going to follow directions, and they're going to require special attention. And you know, lately I just simply haven't been giving those people special attention because, for one, they don't pay me to do it. I don't get paid any extra to do this type of stuff. I'm already helping enough as it is. So I guess I'm just a little disgruntled on how many people out there require the help, and then when you give them the help, they don't actually receive the help. They want more attention, and it's like they want you to hold their hand. And in a situation like that where somebody has to have their hand held to do the job, they shouldn't be doing the job. Just clean cut and dry. They should not be doing the job. If it takes that much attention, and you know, they need to take it to a professional or pay somebody to show them so they can get that extra attention. But you know, it is what it is. Here is the I'm going to leave it at this, call it a day. I'm going to go have a daddy-daughter day with my daughter. We're going to go to breakfast, and then we're going to go out and have some fun. I'll leave it at this. I'll give you the PTS readout on putting the vehicle in park brake maintenance mode. That's all I can do. You guys don't receive it, you don't receive it. Not my problem. If it didn't work for you and you're following the directions, again, not my problem. That's all I can do is what I'm doing. And I have 4 other videos explaining it, so it is what it is. Y'all have a great day.